Everybody, I am Sacred, thank you for joining me, and let's let our game load and watch the loading screen of Hearts of Iron 4. Well, we have completely... oh, here we can see the Ukrainian Revolution, I think, if I'm not mistaken. A bad history. Well, anyways, not the new game. Let's continue our game as Russia, Putin's empire. There we go. We are currently more into building our armed forces up and not for going war straight away. We will wait for some years first, so in the first stages, in the first stages we won't have that much to conquer. Alright, let's just unpause the game and let the game do. Let's see what the AI is going to do. What I also want is I want my neighbors to build up a good economy, I'd say, good factories, then I will take them. For example, Ukraine has 9 military factories, that's not bad. Russia should have way more. I have only 13, they have 9. Although the Russian military is completely superior to the Ukrainian one. I'm sorry if I meant to insult somebody, but that's just the case. It's just the case here. Drinking some fresh British tea. Well, we should establish maybe some more military factories after we got all these civilians, since we cannot use them efficiently. Civilian build up. Yeah, let's go for that. Yeah, military factory. Let's build them when it's done. China, they're going for the civilian build-up, of course. I sadly can't see what they achieved. Like, they can join the CSTO. I would really love more nations to join the CTSO. But for that, I think I will need to increase my relationships with my neighbors. Let's actually do that. Improve relations. Cost 0.4. That's quite a bit. Well, all of the nations are first doing a build up, how I see. Oh, yeah, we have a minus 70%. That's horrible. That's building factories. Yeah, I need to be fascist or communist. That's bad. Yeah, well, I'd say the only way for that is then to let Putin leave, sadly. I'd really love to have him, but he is reactionary and I can't do the war economy which I need with him. Let's take a communist, because we have a high spot in our country already. And after that, yeah, we'll go for communism, because yeah, we need the war economy and we don't want to cost that much of world pension yet. We finished the formation flying. Yeah, let's just continue with that path. And Belarus. Well, at least there are some troops. What about Poland? They have a steady population growth. Yeah. I wish I could say that we had the same, but it's not the case. A school of ideology. Effects are scaled to 32% only. Radical Islamic. That would be funny to have Russia as an Islamic country. And the name is even Russian, so I never know, maybe convert it. Yeah, does nobody wanna do war? Come on. Maybe China or India. No, nobody. But they're only building up steadily and slowly. Can we get something? Here, I guess. Battlefield concentration. Although we don't have a fleet yet, do we? Oh, actually we do. We have two battle cruisers. And what ship is the Sovietsky Soyuz class actually? It's from the year 2000, but oh, it's a battleship. Like I said, we have -70%, so it's quite a bit, -70%. But only on civilian and military factories, so we could build naval dockyards. Which I'll do. I'll build some here up, St. Petersburg and here. Actually one down below here as well. And soon we'll also build nuclear reactors. We wanna do elastic defense, because we just need the doctrines. Maybe we can even sort out our army in the meanwhile, yeah. I wanna sort out divisions by types, so we can sort them later back into our armed forces. Here, that's our artilleries, I think. Here we had what? We had Guards Motor Rifle Brigade. Here we can sort out the training infantry, I think. Yeah, training infantry units. There we go. And now here our tank brigades. Great, we finished the Sovietsky Soyuz class, and here we can sort out the Spetsnaz, our special forces. And here we have 3 airborne brigades. Here one more motorized rifle. Here. Alright, let's go, let's pause for a bit. Let's see, if fascist Russia would take way too long. Path of order. Let's giving a good bonus as well. Yeah, we'll go path of equality, national power. But last time what we had is that just Putin came always back and back. He suddenly didn't want to let go. But I will still play this game in the name of Putin. Cause such a great leader. Yeah, we have a stagnant population growth. Are we actually losing, man? You're gaining, man. We have 142.97 million. Why do we have non-core population? Is it this province? Let's check. Oh, it's probably that. Although this should be a core of Russia, for sure. This area is even fortified. Well, that's weird. That should be a core, that's for sure. Our news reporters from the United States have brought to our attention that the World Trade Center in New York was attacked by Islamist terrorists belonging to the Al-Qaeda network. 19 hijackers attacked and captured 4 different planes in the morning of September 11th. At 8:46 AM, American Airlines Flight 11 flew into the North Tower of the World Trade Center in New York City. In 9:03 AM, United States Flight 175 followed suit, crashing into the South Tower. At 9:37 AM, American Airlines Flight 77 crashed into the Pentagon in Washington, D.C. And finally, at 10:03 AM, the passengers of United Airlines Flight 93 tried to recapture their plane from the hijackers, causing it to crash on a field in Pennsylvania. Its intended target was likely another important spot in the capital. Oh, the humanity. After we finish the Kronstadt, we want to build the Sovietsky Soyuz class. Although building a factory is taking too long time because, well, because of the minus 70% we have from the civilian industry. Actually, when can we go for D and encryption? Not yet. I need to wait open 18 years. Well, path of equality. The other party should be losing. Yeah, conservative. Reactionary isn't just losing. This country is determined to stomp thoughts and ideals of personal freedom and small government. The administration has shown no remorse when it comes to oppression or opposition. When it comes to oppression and silencing of opposition forces. Democracy is unlikely to flourish. It's indeed unlikely to flourish. We'll make for that. Let's build more naval dockyards here. Ukraine is investing in public services. Belarus has 8 civilian. I mean, we are quite strong because we have Armenia in our side, then Belarus, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, all of them have no armed forces at all, unfortunately. Here, let's political advisor, nobody helpful here. A chief of army offense. Well, I don't know, to be honest. I'll just say for the war economy for now. Well, actually, are India and China going to fight each other? Or they are guaranteeing the independence of several nations? China is guaranteeing the independence of North Korea, the Korean DPR. While the South is guaranteed by the US. Then look to the Chinese forces messing on our border. That's really not necessary, China. I'll improve relations with them. Just because. Alright, can we do finally the encryption? It's open all 3 years, so let's go ahead for it. Open all 2 years, yeah, let's go for that. Now we are boosting up our industry basically. Unbelievable. That we are stagnant. We shouldn't be stagnant because of our policy whatsoever. Why are the reactionaries gaining actually popularity? But the CPRF is losing popularity. Why? Democratic socialism, it's getting open all 3. Because other parties are gaining, that's why. We made the party of Putin popular, more populous, although we didn't want to. It's the next election in September 2002. 2003. Now I can't read why. Oh, we have 3 naval dockyards. Let's build our battleship. Wow. Super heavy. Yeah, only 1 year. Let's build 2. And deploy them in Leningrad. After that I should build some destroyers here. But yeah, I'll build 2 battleships, then build some destroyers, the Gnievny class. Alright, can we boost up our industry? That's the most important thing. Resource gain efficiency, not really a thing that I'll need. Well, seems like we don't have a choice, so let's do that. Better than the other things. We got our fresh new robots, and we can build something new in our vast country. What should I go for? Perhaps oil light tank PT-90. Consumer goods, no, way too many. 25. Let's make Leningrad a main port of naval stuff. The CPRF is rising. We should get back to the Soviet Union. Drift towards communism is 0.04. If we get this doctrine, we should have a major boost. All of the people. Recruitable population 2%, that's quite nice to say. Oh, we can build even more. Let's build 1 more. Here, you can start building destroyers then. Deploy them in St. Petersburg as well. It's a super heavy battleship, the Sovietsky Soyuz class. Here, Marxist doctrine, done soon. Great. Now, wool of the people. Yeah, sure, why not? Will take a bit, but it's probably worth it. We can go for nothing here for a while. Engineering, now as well. Asymmetric radar. Really won't use radars. And while here, of course, a mobile warfare doctrine. Mobile infantry is what we want. Cheap and reliable, so we need to boost that. Improved anti-tank weapons, of course. Here we have an unknown focus. Germany. Well, Switzerland has a good amount of Syrian factories. They shouldn't have so many. Well, we have 49. Turkey has 19 to 22. I think what I'll do is firstly I will make some peaceful revolutions per se, so some countries get communist. What's the big US up to? Algoa is leading, that's surprising. I'll look to the amounts of Syrian factories. Wow, that's huge. Insane. And because we are not communist yet, let's build more naval dockyards. We simply can't have enough. Yeah. We have more naval dockyards than military factories, it's funny. But we'll need them anyway, so... PT-90... We Can go for nothing here, for nothing here either. Then let's go for red laser sights. Of course we should go for whenever we can for decryption and for encryption, but that needs to wait. Serbia still didn't lose Montenegro. Croatia? Well, Yugoslavia is gone though. Trieste. Well, that's not correct. Trieste should be controlled by the Slovenians because they don't have a port now. That's weird. Well, our main enemy is the NATO, obviously. And then there's only the CSGO. China, do they like us? No. No. Yeah, they still have strategic reasons to be hostile, etc, etc, etc. Damn. Romania, well, I wanna take countries with, per se, I would say, strong industry, not of weak industries, because I would raise world tension only unneeded. The United Russia Party is surprisingly not losing any popularity, they're only gaining. Well, it's weird. My buff maybe of the national strength. Perhaps. Finally we can go for decryption and encryption. Doesn't matter for what we go because we'll pick both anyways. What about Azerbaijan? For their industry is quite weak. And Georgia, yeah. Do we have a core actually on Crimea? We don't. Come on. We should have a core on all of the Soviet Union in the best case, but that will be a bit too overpowered. What's that? What's that? Transnistria? Never heard of that country, Transnistria. But I am guaranteeing their independence. Something to Google up. But why are they an enemy of Russia? I'm sure it's wrong that John Walker is leading that country. They even have no industry. Yeah, more naval dockyards will be a huge naval power. The best case. What should we go? Yeah, motorized equipment, then light aircraft designer, ship designer. We have no names of the companies, unfortunately. I'll go for capital ship, tank designer. They could have added at least the Soviet names of the companies, but well, it's only a mod, so it's in the early stages, so it's all fine. Let's go for that. And then for encryption. Yeah, encryption, not decryption. Let's see, how big is our fleet? We have 5 ships, although 3 battlecruisers and 2 destroyers. We need to pick a focus. Education reform, research time -2%. Alright, let's do that. Well, we have manpower of 5 million. And our troops are still not deploying, it's unbelievable. We need light mechanized equipment. I'll look to my stockpile of infantry equipment. That's truly more than enough. We can lower it to 1. Yeah, fuck. Fuck it, go on. Light. I had only 1 industry for that. I'll add 2 if possible for everything. I need light mechanized, so that will get 3, even 4. The rest spread out 2. I'll queue in more divisions. Now what do I need? I need mainly only light mechanized and towed artillery. No, light mechanized and mechanized. Mainly light mechanized. Oh, let's stay like that for now. Well, yeah, what are we doing actually? Education reform. We have only 3 parties the what's that party? Democratic Socialists. They should lose popularity. Are they? They aren't. The reactionary party of Putin is losing while we should be gaining. As we are gaining. Here we can see it. We are gaining 0.04. They are losing, they are getting 0.04 as well. And because we aren't communists yet, guess what we are going to build? Yes, naval dockyards. Here, up here. Well, we have a national unity of 83%. Thanks to Putin, we have plus 15. But our goal will be, like in my old Let's Play, which unfortunately didn't work because it just crashed all the time when I tried to load it, to restore the old borders of the Soviet Union. That will be our first and primary goal. Well, surprisingly no wars yet are made in the world, so it's all peaceful for now. I have 25 naval ports. I have the British, while the US has more. Well, it's 50% and 50%, so it's kinda a draw in the popularity. But the US industrial capacity is just insane. Look to the amount of factories. It's insanely much. We have only 89 in total. I'm waiting mainly because I don't want to build anything with the minus 70% construction speed. I'm building other things which we might need. What do I have? Occupied territory? Or the Kuril Islands perhaps, yeah. That's a Japanese claim. While the Chinese put off their troops, that's good at least. Perhaps they like me? Perhaps not, I don't know. Expand the foreign ministry, we don't need to go for that because we are a leading part already. So we can go for the civilian build-up, yeah. First civilian, then the military afterwards. How many naval dockyards do we have in St. Petersburg? Is it truly naval dockyards, well, province? Quite a bit, quite a bit. Let's go for experiment. We can't. Oh, it's in 2010, yeah. But that's a bit too far away for us. Here we can't go for anything, maybe for the multi-cam. We get no longer the effects from national strength. Oh, such a shame. Here we can go for mass motorization. And here improved artillery. Yeah, let's go for that. Our popularity. The Communist Party is rising, while the reactionaries are losing everyday popularity. Alright, now we can do the coup. Alright, for the revolution. Do we want elections? Yeah, let's do a coup, but with elections. So we are communist, but we have a election. That's great. Communist. Next election is in December 2003. Alright, China, do they like us? They don't want to sign a non-aggression pact, although we are communist. That's really unfortunate. Well, I'll take a break here. We got Putin a wise ally and we restored the Soviet Union. Now it's only time to restore our borders with our old Soviet borders. Well, I will save you then, or it's saved because we are playing on Iron Man. I hope you liked it. I'm Sacred and I'm out.